The Alva Nanoface is a great combination of efficient, easy to use design with a sound quality that will allow you to take your recordings to a higher level. Here's Synthax Audio Product Manager Rob Masters to tell us more.
So this is the brand new Alva Nanoface. If we open the box, we can have a look inside. We've got the unit itself, of course, a USB cable and the breakout cable. We've got the drivers, we've got a quick cheat sheet, the user manual. So let's take a look at the connections you've got on the Nanoface. On the breakout cable, you've got two analog inputs on XLR, so great for hooking up microphones, for example. You've got two analog inputs on phono jack, so great for a CD player or for a record deck. You've got two line outputs on phono jack, so you can hook up your speakers. You've got two MIDI outputs and a MIDI input, so you can hook up synthesizers and your keyboard, for example. And on the Nanoface itself, you've got the D-sub adapter to connect the breakout cable. You've also got a digital input and output for SPDIF and a USB connector to connect to the computer with. You've got a headphone output on the side, and you've also got a guitar input, so you can plug a guitar straight into the Nanoface to record. You've also got a controller, which allows you to control every aspect of the Nanoface. So let's connect the Alva Nanoface to our computer. Take the USB cable, plug it into the back of the Nanoface, and into a USB socket on your computer.
One of the nicest things about the Alva Nanoface is that you can control everything from a single rotary encoder knob. You have a set of LEDs here and two level meters. As you click the encoder knob, it scrolls through from outputs 1 and 2 to headphones. You'll see 3 and 4 is lit as well. More on what that means later. Then you have inputs 1 and 2 and inputs 3 and 4. Finally, there's an LED for the guitar input, and we'll show you how to activate that shortly. Let's go back to outputs 1 and 2. Here, a turn of the encoder gives you control over the gain level. Moving next to the headphone output, you'll see 3 and 4 is also lit. If you want, you can instead have the same signal that is being sent to outputs 1 and 2 sent to the headphones. You have a separate gain control, so you can control the volume of your speakers and headphones independently. To switch to feeding the headphones from 1 and 2, simply hold down the encoder and turn to the left. To go back to 3 and 4, just hold down and turn to the right. If we continue to the next LED, inputs 1 and 2, we can again control the gain. You can also control the gain for each channel individually, for example if you want to use two microphones that you want to set at different levels. If you want to go to the left channel, just hold down and turn to the left. Now you have control of the left hand gain. And whilst you're here, you can also turn on the phantom power for when you're using a condenser microphone. Just hold down the encoder for 3 seconds. You can do exactly the same for the right channel by holding down and turning to the right. Click the encoder again, it's inputs 3 and 4, where you will also have control of the level. The last LED is for the guitar or instrument input. It takes the place of input 2 and is activated by a double click when you're at the inputs 1 and 2 LED. One last feature worth mentioning is direct hardware monitoring. Now this is a particularly useful feature. Let's say you have a singer who wants to hear themselves while they're recording. Now if you were to take the foldback signal coming through your computer, the singer would experience a slight delay, which is known as latency, and this of course is unworkable. But with the Nanoface direct hardware monitoring feature, there is no delay. Now to activate this, simply double click once you have selected inputs 1 and 2. So as you can see, the Alva Nanoface is a compact, mobile, easy to use audio interface with real power. You have the capacity to connect a turntable, CD player, mics, a guitar, speakers, keyboards, and the list goes on. And all this is controlled with just one rotary encoder button. So if you're considering buying a great sounding, easy to use professional interface, make sure you contact one of our authorized dealers for an Alva Nanoface demo.